All right, guys, so watch this video for Thursday, August 22nd. Um, look at this. Look at this candle on the SPY today. I think we had the FOMC minutes released at 2, and it felt like nothing was going to happen significant before that, which is different than the FOMC interest rate decision, but still sometimes can cause there could be a tidbit in there that sounds terrible or sounds amazing. And let's see, where it's at 2 o'clock. You got a little whippiness, straight down, straight back up. And after all of the nonsense sideways chop, the market closed about where it opened. The one thing I'm most proud of, and I hopefully pass this along to you chat members, is I'm not that interested in trading if I don't have any kind of clean setup, right? So I try to lead by example. I used to think, oh, well, I'm running a chat room, I have to find stuff for people to trade. And it took me a long time to figure out, no, you're doing a disservice if you're trying to force anything. So, I didn't trade very much. And then this afternoon, we caught a couple real nice ones. I put a couple videos out on Twitter, so I won't go into them now, but one of them was a pullback play that we teach in one of our free webinars and delve into in our course, and that was on TLRY. And I nailed that like 2 cents from the lows of the pullback. I can show you the chart real quick for those of you who weren't in chat. I had a bid at 30.81, and this candle came down to, 30.83, and this candle came down to 30.81. I got filled at 30.83, like right where my cursor is. And you got that. So I love that pullback play. Also nailed RKDA the end of the day, right over this little 5-minute candle here, right around 6:30, 6:31. It had hit 6:32 here, and again here. And keep in mind, RKDA wasn't a call in a vacuum. It's a recent high flyer that was already on bounce watch, because if you take today's candle out of it, this had come back down to the 8-day, back down near support. So I put it on bounce watch if you watched my video yesterday coming into today, right? And then we get this big pop, and didn't catch all of it, didn't get involved until right there, because it had the initial pop that I wasn't going to chase, and then sideways the rest of the day until the afternoon. But put out the idea ahead of time in chat, and a whole bunch of us were celebrating. So that and Tilray ended up making my day. All right, what are we watching for Thursday? WKHS, after this massive move, then tanked sideways for about 2.5 weeks maybe, and now curling up on a little bit better volume. We'll see if that has any follow through tomorrow. WTRH, this is a kind of a weird chart. It's just gone down to looking like it's going to zero, but you did have a nice gap up today on volume and topped out at 195 before closing at 185. So I do think that's worth watching. It's not a pretty chart, but maybe it continues that bounce tomorrow. Tilray, talked about this one already. The daily chart's not very pretty. It was on bounce watch coming into today, but it closed pretty strong. Let's see if it's doing anything in after hours. 32.10. So I thought it might even run some more in after hours. But anyway, some nice short covering. That might continue tomorrow. So this, even though the daily chart's ugly, I really want to keep a close eye on this one. RKDA, I already talked about this one, the trade call today. Now, that's a big move, right? So I feel like it needs to consolidate again. But if you look at this, it's had some crazy moves. Look at the past couple of weeks. So even though you had this big candle here, that doesn't mean it won't give us a low risk, nice trade tomorrow. All right, RBZ, I toiled over whether to put this on the watch list. I hate this stock, but it's been bleeding lower, and decent volume spike today, and a fairly big move from 170 to 268. Percentage-wise, that's a big move, but you'll also notice it closed well off of its highs. I am going to keep an eye on it. One of my least favorite stocks, though. NVAX, NVAX. Massive move here, couple days lower, and you kind of have a 2-day high right around $7. So this one's interesting through 7 with some volume tomorrow. We love whole number inflection points. If it looks good on level 2 and meets all of our parameters, that's one way to trade it, but we don't know how it's going to act tomorrow, so we'll just watch it and see. MG, I don't love this one, but you kind of have a cup and handle on the daily, and it's still forming this handle. I'm going to need to see volume up above this little area right here, and then I might give that one a try, because then maybe you get over this handle, maybe it at least retests this high from mid-June. So we'll see. ZAG got some big spike today, but closed well off of its highs. Show you on 5-minute candles. Look at that, massive spike, and then came back down and retraced a good half of it. I don't know what's up there, but I definitely want to watch it tomorrow. Couple more. Urban URBN, nice volume, trying to curl up here. And lastly, CMCM had this big pop yesterday, and then a quiet inside day in the upper half of yesterday's range. So sometimes you get a third day play where it goes right back up. So that's it. We'll add some gappers to this list in the pre-market, and teamwork's been great. Let's keep it up, and I'll see y'all in chat tomorrow.